How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today I'm going to talk about why I don't reveal my girlfriend on YouTube. When will you introduce your girlfriend to us? This video is brought to you by Moomoo, the free trading app. You can get up to 15 free shares of stock just for signing up and depositing some amount of money. If you have not already done so, you can really help out this channel by checking out my referral link down in the video description below. Some of you might go, why don't you just show us, right? No big deal. So I'm going to show you guys a picture, like for a frame or two, a split second, and then you guys can pause it or something and take a look, okay? So here we go. This is the picture that I show in the thumbnail, right? Mystery. And here we are, the face, right there. You guys got that? All kidding aside, you know, if you really look at someone that looks like this, it doesn't really, you know, it's not exactly attractive, you know. There you go, you know, I'm saying it. If I were a girl, you know, if I had long hair, it's pretty horrendous, right? This looking girl. I wouldn't even date myself. As much as I want to think that if I were a girl, I would be a pretty looking girl, but that's not the case, you know. After I put this face on here, oh God. Imagine kissing yourself. You look at a person and they just look like yourself. Oh, repulsive. It just doesn't look right. I don't know. There's like, the cheek is a little bit too big on the right side. And, yeah, maybe it's the teeth, right? My teeth are like a little bit yellow, and maybe girls' teeth are a bit nicer. They have nicer skin or whatever. You know what? I almost dated this one girl in college, right? And we almost dated. She actually reminded me of a guy friend back in high school. I mean, her face is like a girl and all, right? But then there's this small hint that reminds me of this kind of like shady guy, right? There's some small feature on her face, and then, you know, that just doesn't work. It just gives me horror nightmares looking at her. It's like, ugh. She didn't have a thin mustache or anything, you know. Like, if you don't know this person that I know in high school, you probably would be like, oh, there's nothing wrong. She's like, you know, just like any other girl. She looks normal. Okay, so let's really talk about the reason why. She actually doesn't really want the publicity. And if you really think about it, it makes perfect sense after what I've gone through in my personal job, after having a YouTube channel, and my coworkers and my boss actually knew about my YouTube channel. I would highly recommend anyone to start a YouTube channel. Don't tell anybody. And sometimes you don't even want your face on it because people are gonna recognize you if you get to a certain level, maybe like 50,000 subscribers or even 10,000, right? Someone's gonna catch a glimpse of this video, they recognize it's you, they'll know you have a YouTube channel, they're gonna bookmark it, and they're gonna keep on coming back to it and keep on, you know, kind of spying on you as your coworker, and, you know, any kind of developments, they're gonna know all about it. And anything they can use against you, you know, depending if they're enemies or something, but it doesn't have to be enemies. I just feel like somebody with good intentions could accidentally leak out information that you put on the internet, and it's gonna go back to your boss or something, and then it's gonna work against you. So the better deal is to, if you start your own YouTube channel, don't let anybody know, and better yet, don't even put your face on it. Sometimes people in Japan, they don't even want their hands in the video. They actually wear gloves, white gloves, conceal everything. They don't even speak. They just put subtitles on. And I think this has a lot to do with the culture. They don't want people to kind of have like a side income outside of their job. They want people dedicated to their job, and only that. So I think the culture in Japan, it's even more stringent than in the US. In the US, you know, they'll kind of pass it off and go, okay, you have a YouTube channel. It's like a little hobby, right? But once it gets to a certain level, they're gonna, you know, people are gonna get jealous, or maybe they're gonna be like, hey, you know, you're making, you know, significant amount. Maybe you're making just as much as your regular job. Maybe you don't need this job. Maybe they're not going to give you bonuses because they think you're making a whole bunch of money on the side. Why don't they allocate that bonus to your coworker who needs it more, which isn't making a whole buttload of money on YouTube? The traditional 9-to-5 completely does not mix with the influencer job. People that you know being an influencer can also affect your job. Let's say your boyfriend, right? Like I have my girlfriend and then she works a traditional job, right? But I'm an influencer. I'm all over the internet. Oops. I got this little mini T-Rex here. You guys might really like this one. And I also have a goose and a squirrel, if you guys didn't know. My new favorite stuffed animal community over here. Let's say she tells everybody her boyfriend has a YouTube channel. People are gonna go there, look at it. They're gonna glean all this information off of me, you know, financial independent, wherever I go. All this information could be used against her. It could be used in various ways, like, you know, maybe I'm financially independent. It's like, oh yeah, maybe you don't need that bonus, right? Because your boyfriend is so-and-so. The less you reveal to people that doesn't need to know, the better. When I release videos when I am out of the country, people could infer things about her. Is she with me? Is she not? Even if I don't put her in the video, people may make certain assumptions. And if I actually do put her on a video, right? People have like video evidence. It's like, hey, you are here at a certain time. Maybe they can infer something, right? Even if I try to like offset which date I post or whatnot, right? There's a lot of cons to all of this. Therefore, I cannot show her face, nor can I show identifying information about her, nor do I want to talk about where she works, her situation, any details about her. The more that I leave out, the better. So the only way I'm gonna reveal her actual identity is probably if she wants to come out and, you know, be on a video, or if she decides to quit her job and never work again for corporate. That's very important, right? Like maybe she decides to have her own business. Maybe that will be the thing where, you know, she'll be like, okay, you know, now that she's in control of her job, you know, she can be on YouTube, or maybe if she decides to be an influencer just like me, then yeah, you can reveal her face. Since it's been so long, I feel like I can talk about this a little bit more. It definitely has affected my work because people know what you do after work now, right? After they know that you do YouTube. And if you happen to do really well on YouTube, your boss is gonna say, and this did happen, by the way, that I see that your YouTube is doing very well, but I don't see the same amount of, you know, effort you're putting into your regular job. Yeah. So I can't really respond properly to that, but now I can. Well, the true answer here is on YouTube, you actually don't have a salary ceiling. I put a lot more emphasis on YouTube because I think it's a more surefire way to make passive income, right? At work, it's gonna always be a 9 to 5. You keep on working, you trading your time for money, right? They pay you well, but then it's not gonna be as scalable as YouTube is. If you work your butt off at a regular job, the most you're gonna get is what? A raise, a promotion. Okay, that's very good and all, but then I always have the feeling that you are not getting paid for all your effort. Whereas on YouTube, you get paid exactly how much effort you put in. You put in a certain amount, you get paid a certain amount. It's variable, of course. On top of this, it's kind of like a way to escape the rat race for me at the time. Of course, this is not something I can tell my boss, right? It's like, oh, I'm kind of working on this side thing to replace you as a boss or as a job, right? You can't say that. Doing so has a lot of advantages. Of course, not everyone can be influencers. The advantages are being, you can be your own boss. You can work as late as you want. You can work, 100 hours a week if you want. You can go to a different country and work. It's very location agnostic, sort of, right? Because sometimes when I do sponsored videos, right, I still have to receive products. I still have to be, have somewhere to pick up the goods. Now, if you look long enough on YouTube and know about what some of the YouTubers are doing, sometimes they go back to traditional work and they don't stay very long. Once people know that you have a YouTube channel, it's a little bit uncomfortable for the company because you have a little bit too much power in terms of influencing power, right? Let's say they do something bad to you, or like you do something at the company, right? You're gonna talk all about it on YouTube. Maybe not when you're at work, right? Because that's strictly against their rules. You're not the company's PR company, right? They don't want you to be the face of the company, but they might feel a little bit uncomfortable because if you know certain things about the company, they might get rid of you at some point and then you're gonna like blab all about it on YouTube, and then everyone's gonna know about it. So this is kind of like a liability for them. Be careful of what you post on social media. If you're gonna be a YouTuber, don't let anybody know unless you are ready to pull the plug. I hope this video was interesting for you guys, give you some insight why I don't review who my girlfriend is. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more.